What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dan here, and we are looking at a brand new DC Multiverse figures 2-pack. There you go. Those are the words. Found them from Mcfarlane Toys. We have the Grim Knight versus Killer Croc. Very, very excited about this pack. Before I get into it, though, just please, I ask that you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below. What do you think of these figures? I would love to hear your thoughts. And I respond to all the comments. But yes, here we are. We are here with the Grim Knight versus Killer Croc. I'm very excited about the Killer Croc specifically, although I am also, looking forward to this. But if you've watched any of my videos, say it all the time, I'm building a Batman Rogues gallery, my second one, in fact. And I needed Killer Croc. Now, this Killer Croc is very similar body mold. I think it's the same exact body mold as the Arkham City version or Arkham Asylum version of the figure. He's just missing some of the shackles and all that, and he's got some different colored pants. The other one has orange pants. And then this Batman, which I also believe was also released, and I think the paint is maybe a little new with this guy. But, yeah. Obviously, if you are a Batman fan and you're building a Rogues guy, you got to have Killer Croc in there. I thought about getting the Arkham Asylum one. I really did. Because it's been sitting at my Target for months now, and I could just go there, and it was even on sale a couple times. I could go over there and pick it up for $30. But like I said, I have two Batman Rogues galleries. One is of the Arkham City figures from DC Direct back in the day when the games were coming out. And I just don't want to make two Rogues galleries with having the same figures in there or the same design. So that's why I don't have any of those Arkham Asylum or Arkham City figures that came out. Like I think it was a Solomon Grundy build the figure. I don't have any of those because I already have those figures in another Rogues gallery. So I want new figures for this new gallery. But I thought about getting the Killer Croc because I actually used the Arkham Origins version of that character. So it's kind of a gray area. It's like technically I'm not reusing the figure because it is different. It's a different design. But this came out and I'm very happy about this. Anyway, I've talked so much about it. Thank you for sticking around. I'm going to open this up and we'll get into the review. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. We got the figures out of the packaging, and I am super excited. First, though, speaking of the packaging, I kind of just wanted to do a little shout-out because the packaging from Mcfarlane has gotten pretty good. Good in the sense that here are the cards. They're just kind of sitting in this thing, so I don't have to reach into the box, pull out that piece of cardboard, and peel off these cards. I can just simply take them out very calmly, very nicely. Big improvement. And the same thing with these stands here. These stands end up in the garbage with the box when I'm done because I don't feel like taking them out. But now they're so easy, I will hold on to them. Also, I've told everyone about my love of these in the packaging. I think Mcfarlane does a great job putting like 17 of them on a figure. They didn't put that many on these figures, so I appreciate that because I hate taking these out. Anyway, let's get into it here. I'm looking at Croc, and I know he wants to fall over. When I put him and I stood him, he just felt like he wanted to fall over, and he hasn't done it yet. So just let's get into it before he loses his patience with me and just starts to fall over. But I do want to take a look at these cards because they look really cool. Now, these are like collector's edition. So these are like the cards you get with like a platinum figure. Not a platinum, with with a collector's edition, sorry. It's not the normal card, which is cool, because I think these photos are actually really cool. Really liking that. Anyway, let's take a look at the figures. We're going to Killer Croc. I kind of want to look at Batman, because I end up really liking this figure a lot more than I really thought it would. Now, I know, like I said, both these figures, I'm realizing, are reused figures. There's not a whole lot new with either of them. So people might be passing up on these. I don't have these figures, so I was kind of excited to get them. Anyway, I really like this Batman. This Batman comes with like, I think I counted it's like 14 guns or something. The ones on his back kind of meld together, so I don't know. But I estimate around 14. He comes with some dope guns. He comes with the MP5K. Shout out to Modern Warfare 2 and me in 10th grade using this gun in Modern Warfare 2. No, wasn't a UMP guy, wasn't an ACR guy. That's why I did use guns a lot, actually. But this was my favorite. I use this so much. One of my favorite guns. Anyway, well, I'll stop talking about guns. This figure is actually really cool, and I'm very excited about it. Now, I don't know how he's compared to the other figure, but this one is really nice. I do like all of this detail on him. Like all of these pouches, all of these magazines he's holding. He's got a flashlight. He's got all these guns. He's got a knife. Everything's got the knee pads here. Looking just incredible. I love this detail. And nothing's coming to me off the top of my head, but there's like probably like 3 or 4 characters that, could use like all these like things on the side, like all these pouches and all that, and didn't get them, but this Batman did. So I kind of wish that more characters would get these like accessories and stuff on them. I can't think of any in particular, but I just feel like there's a couple out there. Like that I've opened up. I'm like, he just kind of looks very boring. Though, give him some pouches. Anyway, it's looking really good. I like this gray on him. This is like a gunmetal gray kind of thing, and I really like this gray. I'm looking. I have my Hush Batman up there, and it's a much lighter gray. But I'm just liking this gray, liking this detail. One thing it seems odd, which is probably just the character design. Like I haven't read the comic where this is from, but these little blades on his like gauntlet seem like they're like, not where they're supposed to be. Like they should be here on this side, but they're here on the front. Anyway, not really gripe, just something that I noticed. He's looking really good. His articulation, actually, he moves really well compared to what other Mcfarlane figures do. Like, he gets a lot of movement out of his waist. I like how we get all this movement to the back of the figure, but no Mcfarlane figures can crunch forward. I understand he's got a lot, but, if you collect Mcfarlane, none of them crunch forward, despite having an ab crunch. Not a crunch, but a joint there. Lots and lots of articulation. Don't want to go over each little piece because it is pretty standard now, Mcfarlane figures. I've realized that after reviewing them, it's like I don't need to go over the articulation. I already know what it's going to move like. And it's going to be just, okay. And here's the guns on his back. These were a little difficult to get on, but the fact that they got on, I think they're very secure on there. Like, this isn't popping off. But looking really good. I love all the detail on these guns. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Sing the praise of this figure. I'm just enjoying it. I wish I could display him somewhere. I just don't have the space. He'll end up in storage, until I move and have a bigger room to put stuff. Yeah. Now let's take a look at Croc here. Now, my one concern with Croc as I opened it was he looks a little short, maybe. I also want to say thank you to him for not falling over. I felt like he wanted to fall over this entire time. But he seems short. I see him here next to Batman. He doesn't look short. He just feels short. And I'm mainly comparing him. So I see the Man-Bat and the Bane figure, and he looks like, I've always pictured Killer Croc bigger than both of those characters, unless it's like Mega Bane, Although I don't know if any of you guys have that Man-Bat figure. I'm pointing at something you guys can't see off screen. I've always thought that's too big, despite how dope that figure is. Too big. But let's take a look at Croc here. Now, Croc doesn't have a ton of articulation that you would normally see in a Mcfarlane figure. It does actually bend over a little bit, which is nice. Kind of looks like, yeah. He doesn't have any like bicep rotation here. Although the elbows are a little stiff on my figure. I can't tell if these are a hinge or if these are a joint here. They look like a joint, but I can't really get them to turn right or left. And so these jeans are okay. These are actually really nice. I like the fading of the colors here. That looks really nice. Really, really dope, actually. Like that. Got this as someone who's 6.5 feet tall, I get the struggle finding a belt. Sometimes I would just want to tie a rope around it. Makes sense. I saw some people complain about that. It's like, no, this is just real. There's no belt for him, so you got to just tie it up with some rope. Nice articulation there. Very nice. Going over, not talking about it, but you can see it there. All the articulation. Yeah, really like what's really sticking out to me is like these tones in the jeans. I like the lighter blue and like going through in the creases. Really lots of nice sculpted detail here too. I don't think there's any different from the previous figure. They just painted a different color, but still it's nice. And you can see all the paint like on his chest and on his back. Looks really nice. I really like this too. Like this feels like a crocodile. Like if you've ever seen a crocodile, they have like this look to them. I really like that. There's something that I feel like I haven't really seen too many Killer Croc figures over the years, but very nice. I even like too something I noticed too. I think is he has like, I don't know if the cameraman doesn't pick up, but he has like these scales going down here, like on his forearm. That's really cool. I like that. I don't know why it stuck out to me as like cool. You can see it here too. Yeah, really nice. Not a ton of articulation, and he's got his diaper that all Mcfarlane toys have. I guess not all, but most. Yeah. I'm really like to figure out, let's take a look at his head sculpt. Sorry, I didn't take a look at his head yet, but really nice. Like that. All the messed up teeth and all that, and the yellow eyes. Looking really dope. That's cool. I think I'm going to take down my Bane and maybe my Man Bat. I don't want to take down the Man Bat because if you have him, he does not stand very well. And if he's standing, he's been stood for months. I don't want to disturb him. So I'm going to get Bane down and we'll do a little size comparison. Be right back. All right, guys. The gang is all here. Look at that. So he is next to Bane. Now, I have always pictured Killer Croc being bigger than Bane. Not like super significantly, but very easily noticeable. And I do think Killer Croc, minus this tentacle here, Killer Croc is just a little bit taller. Which is fine. I'm not going to nitpick about this because I would have liked Killer Croc to be like at least half an inch or an inch taller, but it's not really a big deal. It's really just up to the interpretation of I guess Todd Mcfarlane and what he likes. But yeah, I'm excited to add this figure in. Now, I don't know the order of videos coming out, but I still have I have Zaz here, I have Two-Face and other figures off screen that I want to make videos for all of them. I have 4 more figures to make videos before I can add all of these figures up into my display. It's going to be quite a hectic couple of days, and I'm going on vacation, so I'm trying to do it before all that. But yeah, I can't wait to get all these figures up. Like it's only dawning on me. Like I did my Deadshot figure video recently, and I kind of just very briefly stuck them up there. I want to put them all up at the same time, then film it. But I was like, oh man, it's gonna be so cool. I'm throwing 6 figures up there. So excited. And stick around for that video. Hopefully I'm smart enough after the fact to leave the card or the link and put it at the top somewhere where my finger was. And it'll link to it. Hopefully I do that post uploading both videos because I'm pretty sure this video will come out before that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I had a lovely time making this video. I hope you guys had a lovely time watching this video. And if you did, please leave a like on the video. Let me know what you think down below, and then please subscribe to my channel. Also, if you could take the time to just get over to my Instagram, I'm going to take a bunch of pictures of Killer Croc and Batman here, and I got a bunch of other photos up there. Just go over there and take a look. I love doing photography, even though I am no special photographer. I'm filming this on my phone, and it's probably readily apparent that I'm not great with filming. But anyway, thank you for sticking around. Love you guys. Peace out. Roar. All right, peace.